it's Lilith, and I'm joined here by Nisi Beemax.
Hello.
So, Beemax has also expressed interest in joining a campaign I've organized for Mörk Borg. Wait, Mörk Borg. I keep on reading it as Mörk Borg, but it's actually pronounced Mörk Borg. Anyway, I'll just be going over the world and the rules and a little practice session with her. Okay, so, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so, first up, we have the setting of Mörk Borg. This is a doomed world. The land is cursed, people are corrupt, all because of these two basilisks. First up, there's she. Each of the two basilisks has two heads. She has the head Lucy, the head of denial, and her twin Ark, the head of deception. She has many spawns, the most noble of which is he, the other two-headed basilisk. The first head, Gorg, is bitter towards his mother, she. The second head, now this is where things get very interesting. The second head is Veru, who frequently announces prophecies of the end of the world, and time again, these prophecies are proven correct. So, this is a dying, cursed world. But, it's not really depressing, it's so over the top that it's absurd. This world is inspired by heavy metal, so things are brutal just for the sake of being brutal. Right, so there are many lands in this world, and my campaign will be set in the Western Kingdom called Wasteland. Once home to peace and wealth, when Lake Under gifted fish and the river trade thrived. Now terror and despotism stalk. In the secret citadel of the sad but gaudy city of Schwelsig, this is a Swedish game, so there are probably a lot of names this I'm butchering. In the city of Selchwick, King Fafmu the Knife schemes. Paranoid, fat, and increasingly mad, he is consumed with psychosis and invisible fears. He is obsessed with the prophecies of Veru, and he often raids houses and villages. No one is safe, especially the poor, taxed into starvation. The contents of their lairs and storehouses are crafted and carried up by Fafmu's men. Nearby to the west is the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead. Rumors whisper the basket he is called within its crypts, a sight infrequently survived. Lies and legends enshroud the valley, obscuring any truth. Peddlers' tales say the soil, the air, is very lethal, and bring a sleepless, slumbering death. This is no clean fate but slow-growing, fathomless despair, weighing down the traveller with poisoned memories and dark thoughts, until the spark of life is mutated into a mournful, hopeless undeath. Others claim lost wanderers can fall and find themselves in the realm of the dead when black soil hungrily drags them under the earth. Right, so, you following so far?
I think so.
Okay, so, to give a too long didn't read, the Kingdom of Wasteland is ruled by a greedy king called Fafmu the Knife, and nearby is a valley where There are lots of undead and other miseries. Alright. Right, so, anyway, that's the lore done. The book itself doesn't provide a lot of detail about the world. It's very abstract, so a lot of the world building will occur in my campaign. Right. So, anyway, on to the rules. This is an old school Renaissance role-playing game. The core of that is it favours role-playing over rules, so there's not a bajillion things you have to keep track of. Only a few. Those are the abilities of agility, presence, strength, and toughness. So, if ever you want to do anything, and I'm not sure if it'll work, then I'll call upon one of the abilities and you have to roll a d20 combined with any modifiers of your character or the situation, and then the result determines if it succeeds or not.
Okay.
So, anyway, next up is combat. Combat. Whenever you're fighting an enemy, initiative is determined by d6. If it's a 1 to 3, then the enemy goes first. If it's a 4 to 6, then the players go first. Whoever has I've returned to mind that I'm going to lurk. Hi, Lollypoke. Good to see you again. Anyway, the order in which players go doesn't matter since it's all done at once. But to make things easier, whoever has the highest agility makes the first move. So anyway, to make an attack, a d20 is rolled, and that result has the strength modifier added to it. If the result is over 12, then the attack hits. Then a die of whatever weapon the character is using is rolled. But if it's a ranged attack, then the presence modifier is added to result instead. If you get a 20, then that's an automatic hit and the damage is doubled. But if you get a 1, then the weapon breaks or is lost. Anyway, when the enemy attacks, the enemy doesn't make the same roll you do. You just make a defense roll. Is this D&D? No, this is Mörk Borg. Similar to Dungeons & Dragons, although more so older versions that had less rules. Anyway, when you're defending, you roll a d20, add your agility modifier, and if the result is 12 or over, then the attack misses. If the attack hits, then if you're wearing armor, you roll the appropriate die for that, and whatever that result is, you remove that from the damage. Right, so if you get a 20 on a defense roll, then you get a free attack against the enemy. But if you get a 1, then damage is doubled on you. Okay, so you still following?
Yeah.
Right, so anyway, one thing I forgot to go over with Victor in my session with him is powers. Powers are essentially spells, and they're written on scrolls. You have a limited amount of uses of these powers, which is determined by your presence modifier and D4 every morning. So, anyway, when using these scrolls, roll D20 and add your presence modifier. If the result is over 12, then the scroll succeeds. But if you fail, then the spell doesn't work and you lose 2 hit points. Anyway, and after that, if the spell doesn't work again and you try again, then the consequences can be very severe. Right. So, also, finally, there's omens. These can be very useful. You have a limited number of these every day. You can use these to get yourself out of bad situations. They can do the following: deal maximum damage with 1 attack, reroll a die, lower your damage, neutralize a fumble done by you or a critical against you, or you can decrease the difficulty of a test. Right. So, anyway, let's get on to character creations. So, what sort of character would you like to play? Beemax?
Hello?
Anyway, we're on to character creation now, so what sort of character would you like to play as?
I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Is it in the classes?
Yep.
Let's see. Which do you think would fit me the most?
Possibly... Well, I have two potential classes in mind for you. Firstly, from the vanilla game, there's the Esoteric Hermit. That's basically a magic class, so comes with spells. But also, in the Abyss of Hallucinations unofficial expansion, there's a very interesting class. Let me. Here it is. Okay, there's also the offspring of Pan. They're essentially half animal people. They're... Let's see, they're soft but charming. So basically they're not very tough, but if ever they need to persuade someone or use a ranged attack or something like that. Then they're good at that. So,
Which one was that one?
the offspring of Pan, that's in the Abyss of Hallucination, player's guide.
Where can I find that?
Do you have the zip folder open?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Abyss of Hallucination Player's Guide, you can find on page 16.
Oh. 16.
Oh, 17, including the cover.
You see.
Yeah, have you found it?
No. Which PDF is it?
Abyss of Hallucinations Player Guide.
I don't see that one in here.
Oh. I'll put in the resources channel on Discord. Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Open it up. There you go. On 16, you said?
Yep, actually 17 according to the PDF page count.
I think this one is good.
Right then, so child pad is so. Do you see the AOH character sheet fillable in the zip folder?
Yeah. That's the one I have open.
Alright. Oh wait, no, not the rules reference, I mean the character sheet. Wait, that's what you have open?
Yeah.
Alright, so anyway, do you have a... I'd recommend using that character sheet since you can fill it in already, so do you have a name in mind?
Not really. I could just
Alright,
make Beemax again. Or just Max.
okay, let's go with Max. Alright, so for class you'd put in child or pan. Alright, so next up, offspring of pan can have animal features, either tail, horns, legs, or head of either a Taurus, a donkey, a sheep, a muskox, or an antelope or goat. What would you like?
Tail.
Alright. Of what animal?
In which?
Taurus, a donkey, a sheep, a muskox, an antelope, or a goat.
Antelope.
If you
Where can I
can't,
put this?
put
this?
you could put that in description.
Tail.
Right, so and did you choose an animal?
Yeah.
Alright, so anyway, time to roll for abilities, so be rolling d20s. I'll show an example in the dice rolls. Wait, is that not it? Wait, I think I need to put in a space. Alright, so to make a roll, you type slash roll, then put a space, then the type of die you want. So give me a d20. Right, oh. 4, so for the strength modifier, you'd put -3.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. This class isn't about being strong anyway. Wait a moment. No, whoops, I messed up. Not a d20, 3d6s, so instead you'll type a slash roll space 3d6.
That's allowed. Piece 3d6.
Yep. Okay, 11, so now the result is just 0. Okay, so for strength, put 0. Okay, next, agility. Same deal, 3d6.
Maybe 6.
Seven. So for agility, you'd put -1.
Maybe 1.
Right. Next up,
Presence?
Yep. So 3d6.
Mm.
Okay, 9. But as a child of Pan, you get an additional bonus +2. So that brings it up to 11. But that's not much, so put 0 on presence.
Toughness.
Okay, yep, 3d6. Right. 8, but as a child Pan, you're soft, so subtract 2 from that, so for toughness, -2.
Maybe 0. Here.
Right, and finally, it's okay, the stats don't get, the abilities don't get very high, so it's fine if you're getting low rolls. Anyway, so what's the HP roll? Alright, so what's your toughness modifier again?
Tough modifier?
Yeah, what did you write next to toughness? Wait,
Oh, -2.
okay, so give me a d8.
D8.
Yep,
Roll space D8.
yep,
Okay.
okay, 8, so -2, so that, so for your hit points, you'll put 6, so for max, put 6 and, yep,
6.
yep, that's right, so anyway, let's see. Okay, so for weapon, you just write unarmed. Right, and in armor, you'd write no armor.
Okay.
Alright, so as for silver, let's see. Silver is basically the currency, so give me a d10.
Okay.
Okay, so you have 8 silver. Right, next, omens, give me a d4.
D4 slash roll D4. 1.
Okay, so you have 1 omen.
Okay.
Right, so finally, additional equipment. Give me a d2.
D2.
Alright, so you have an annihilation song scroll.
And the
So, yep,
is that what I put in it?
yep, annihilation song scroll.
Song scroll. I think that's how you spell it.
Yep. Okay, so what this does that is enemies within earshot must pass a dice roll test of 12, or they'll be fatigued by gloom to the point of inaction. So if firstly you succeed in using the scroll, which I've described before, and then the enemies don't get a 12 or higher, then they're basically too exhausted to do anything. So that could be really useful.
Okay.
Right,
Very cool.
alright, so that's character creation.
Okay.
Right, so now that I've gone over the world, the rules are time for a practice session where I'll describe scenes and you have to say what you'll do, and when I and give any dice rolls I say you need to. Alright, so you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you're wandering around a forest when give me a d20.
Okay. Ten.
Right, so what was your presence modifier?
0.
Alright, so on the ground you see a net hanging from trees. You can tell that this is a trap. Right, you managed to see it because you passed a presence check. Anyway, suddenly this tall white creature appears. They have claw-like hands, wings, and a head with no visible facial features except for a mouth with sharp teeth. It calls out you. Who dares enters my domain?
Oh,
So, do you want to say anything in response?
I'm just passing through.
Well, this area's my domain. At least, it should be. This place is crawling with goblins. And then, as if on cue, a goblin appears and gets aggressive at both you. So, battle time. First up, I'll see who goes first. Alright, so the goblin goes first. So, anyway, give me a d20.
Okay. 14.
Alright, and What's your agility modifier?
Yes, -1.
Alright, so the goblin misses. I realized from my session with Victor that missing will happen a lot, so I have a table that gives reasons why attacks miss to make them a bit more interesting. So, okay. So anyway, the attack misses because I'll roll a d100 to see why. Well, it says here blocked by a shield, but you don't have a shield, so I'll go with the closest one. The goblin's weapon suddenly threw it off balance as if it suddenly got heavier. So, anyway, let's see, would you go first or would the pale creature that called out to you is also attacking, so let's see, okay, you'll go first. You can either make an unarmed attack or you could do something else, such as use equipment or, if you so wish, run away.
I could do a... So what does my sock scroll do again?
Basically it fatigues enemies so much that they basically can't do anything. So would you like to use that?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a d20.
$19.
Okay, the scroll is successfully used, but does it successfully hit the enemy?
Ugh.
Alright, it doesn't. So your song misses. In fact, since you use that, I should do a dice roll to check how many times you can use that power today. So where was it again? Alright, so give me a d4.
D4. What?
Alright, so you've used that power once, but you still have 3 more chances to use it.
Okay.
Right, so anyway, next up, the pale one attacks. Let's see. Wait, well, first. Okay. That thing's attack missed because it accidentally it tried to attack with its claws, but instead accidentally just attacked with the back of its hand, so pretty much just a light slap. Anyway, now the goblin gets to go again. It's not... This time it'll be attacking the pale creatures. since it's not so happy about being hit, so... Oh... Alright, so... Let's have a... Alright, and it hits the pale creature for... Where's goblins? Hold up. I'm just getting the damage.
Okay.
Well, for 2 damage, so I'll put in the HP tracking the pale creature's HP now. Alright, your turn again. So what do you want to do?
I want to use my unarmed attack.
Okay, so give me a D20.
Nine.
Alright, And what was your... strength modifier?
0.
Okay, just checking, so... Your attack unfortunately misses because... You try to punch, but suddenly your arms wobble and miss. So,
Oh no.
hey.
I have wobbly arms.
So let's see, does the pale one have any special abilities? Alright, so, the pale one has the ability to, I failed to mention this when I was talking about powers. There are 2 main type of powers, well, scrolls really. Unclean scrolls and sacred scrolls, which are essentially black magic and white magic. So, unclean scrolls are mostly for doing damage to enemies, while sacred scrolls are for helping your allies. So, anyway, I need to roll a d10. Right, a 1. Okay, that's a fireball, so... And it does... 5 damage. So, let's see, how much HP does it... Alright, so... The goblin only has 1 HP left. Now, here's a good place to talk about morale. Morale is basically an enemy's confidence to fight. If they lose a significant amount of health, or if they're part of a group of enemies and their leader is defeated, or a significant amount of enemies is defeated, then they need to make a check to see if they're Morale's low, so let's see. Morale's 7, so... let me just check on morale. 41. Okay, so I need to roll 2d6s. Okay, so despite being badly hurt, the goblin is still determined to attack. Which it does, so... I imagine it'll be very angry at the pale one for the fireball, so I'll have it attack that again. But thankfully it misses because... it suddenly had a stomach cramp.
Ah,
Right, so...
stomach.
Alright, so your turn again. What would you like to do?
Use my unarmed.
Okay, so give me a d20.
Six.
Oh, that misses, unfortunately, because... You just narrowly miss the goblin between its arms and its body. Right, so it's the pale one's turn to attack him. So... $13, that hits for... for only 1 point of damage, but the goblin only has 1 HP left, so
Ah,
the pale one lashes its claws at the goblin and it dies. That was a close one, the pale thing says. Oh, you best get out of here before you're attacked again and leave this place to me. But suddenly, you hear something roar overhead.
ah,
You feel heavy winds. And then suddenly, a thud. The ground shakes so much. It's so sudden that you close your eyes and can't quite see what's going on. When you open, you see a wyvern. That's a type of dragon. Right, so... Alright, so we're in combat again, and the wyvern goes first. So let's see. Give me a d20.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Mm, mm.
Okay. The wyvern lashes its tail at you and manages to hit you. for two damage. So on your character sheet, whatever is your current HP, take 2 from that.
Okay.
Right, so how much HP do you have now?
4.
Alright. So, anyway, it's your turn now. The pale one says to run. You should get out of here. This thing is way out of your league. So, what do you do?
He does seem pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to leave the pale one alone.
Okay then. So, you still have 3 uses of your Scroll of Annihilation left if you want to use that.
Yeah, I use that.
Okay, so give me a D20. Okay. Oh, and unfortunately, it does not work. Right, so the pale one lashes out at the wyvern and it misses because 78. The wyvern just moves one of its legs out of the way. So now it's the wyvern's turn to attack again. Okay, 15. It attacks the pale one this time. For 2 damage, so the pale one only has 1 HP left. Right, so it's your turn again. What do you do?
I try using my scroll again.
Okay, so give me a D20. 16. Alright. So your power is successful. And the wyvern is immobilized. Right, so the wyvern listened to a song. It seems to get very tired and then just lies on the ground. So, pale one looks at you. Well, you can't see its eyes, but turns its head at you, giving the impression it's looking at you. And anyway, the pale one says, "That is one impressive power you have there. Now, leave this place. Let me deal with this." The pale one starts slashing its claws at the Wyvern takes a while, but it's a very bloody mess. Eventually, the Wyvern is dead. Alright, so that was Mörk Borg. Do you understand it all?
Yeah.
Alright, so let me have a look and see if there's anything I should also mention. Oh yeah, one last thing you can put on your character sheet, in the description, besides just what animal parts you have, and you can also put a backstory, give me a D6.
D6. Okay. D6. 1.
Alright, so as a child, you were often mocked by other children for your tail. So you can put that in your character description.
Okay. Oops. There you go.
Alright, so you can restore your hit points to the maximum amount now.
Okay.
Alright, so you can now save that and put in the characters server on characters channel on the Mörk Borg server. Mörk Borg.
Okay. Oh. See? Yeah.
Okay, let me have a look at that. Oh, that's
Click mysteries. I don't know what that does. And I don't know how to get out of it.
Oh, it appears to have the document you sent me appears to have come out blank. Well, you could take in order to save the character sheet, you could just take a screenshot of the document you filled out. Alright, so...
There you go.
Alright. Excellent. So, next order of business, I'll try and find a time that suits me, you, and Victor, and arrange a proper session either next weekend or sometime in early New Year.
Okay.
Right, there's an ad break in progress, so it'll be kind of awkward to end the stream right now. I'll just let that play through while I try and find someone to raid. Aha! Bossman Connor is still streaming Minecraft, so... I'll give him a raid once the outbreak is over. Oh! Congrats on redeeming first, Nautilus! Okay, you managed to get that in just in time, because, I'm just about to end the stream and do a raid, so... Right, thanks for watching, hope you all enjoyed this. See y'all later. Bye!